Okay, so we gotta figure out if we're going to back to Joshua Tree, or if we're gonna go to Big Bear. Really?
Wait, we didn't decide who's what.
Oh. I'll be. What do you want me to be?
You be Big Bear. I'll be Joshua Tree.
Okay, so
Ready?
we're starting over.
Oh God, you're Big Bear. I'm Joshua Tree.
Okay.
Wait. Okay. Wait, what happened?
Oh. So we're going to Big Bear?
Oh man. Wait, that's good.
So, probably just saw the video of Amanda and I rock, paper, scissoring on our decisions. If there was ever a way that we had arguments, that would be it. If we can't figure it out, we just rock, paper, scissor.
But that's really how we make decisions. That really just happened.
So, we were torn because we still wanted to do the Chala cactus like natural garden.
Yeah. But we'll have time over the next few days and the afternoons to do it, so it's okay.
So we've been sort of torn back and forth on whether we wanted to go to Big Bear because it's been recommended by some of the people we ran into here. They're like, you have to go to Big Bear. It's only an hour and a half away. So
look up the weather and get packed up and hurry up and eat this breakfast.
Actually, yeah, let's check the weather. It's currently 41, high of 53, partly cloudy, it'll be clear, starting at 4. And it's windy, wind advisory. But I'm down, let's go. Let's get breakfast.
Why don't you have some coffee first?
Thank you. So it's a little windy, but we're in Big Bear, California.
And it is so beautiful!
And there's snow everywhere. And we decided to go to the Alpine Zoo.
Which is like a bear animal, but bear sanctuary. Before we start hiking, we want to let it warm up a little bit, so we're gonna go see some animals.
Some bears.
Some bears.
The Big Bear Alpine Zoo is a rehabilitation facility offering injured, orphaned, and imprinted wild animals a safe haven. Sometimes it's a temporary stay while they heal, or they become a permanent resident if they are unable to survive on their own. The Big Bear Alpine Zoo, which was formerly known as the Moonridge Animal Park, opened its doors in 1959 after a devastating wildfire roared through the San Bernardino National Forest. Originally, it was not a zoo, but a safe place for injured animals to rehabilitate them and give them a second chance back in the wild. In 1960, a 50-year lease was obtained and allowed the zoo to actually grow into a zoological facility as it is today. The zoo currently is home to birds and animals of over 85 different species. Regrettably for some, returning to the wild is not an option. Sometimes they imprint on their human caretakers, or they're just too injured to take care of themselves. The first animal in the zoo's care was a black bear and 2 bobcats. The Big Bear Alpine Zoo is the go-to facility for injured and imprinted animals, where their primary objective is to rescue, rehabilitate, and eventually release back to the wild so the animals can live in their environment.
So the grizzly bears that are here at the Alpine Zoo were part of a 3-strike program. I guess there's a trio of grizzly bears that live here now that had multiple encounters with humans in the Yellowstone area, and so they got relocated here to be saved.
We just finished going through the Big Bear Alpine Zoo Sanctuary. First, it is like $15 a person, but it's totally worth it to help fund the recovery for the sanctuary for these animals. And it is also very small. It's not like a large zoo, so you could wear like your chacos or flip-flops if you wanted to, if the weather was warm enough, but you can wear very simple footwear here. Great for kids, very neat to see all the animals that are in the area and to see how they're taking care of them. So even though it is not very expensive, but it's not a cheap adventure, it is definitely well worth it to help contribute to the preservation and saving of these animals. So now we are on to our next trip.
As you can see, we are parked back behind us, and we are headed to the Castle Rock Trail. It's the most popular trail here at Big Bear, not Big Bend. Different state, different park. But be really careful. As you can see, they just sort of go right by us pretty quick. So we're going to get started. Icy conditions may occur.
is just gorgeous. But the wind is ripping up here. So just came down from Castle Rock. It's still beautiful here. Snow's a lot deeper than we realized, but it's still worth the hike. I mean, it's windy, but
Yeah, just be careful at the top with the wind. But as soon as we got off the rocks and down on the ground, if you will, yes, it's windy as you can hear, but it's not as bad as it's up there. So just be careful.
time to enjoy the hike down.
Tips as we are now driving to figure out what else we can do before we leave Big Bear. Just got done with Castle Rock Trail. One, it's March, there is still snow. Hiking poles and the attachable like little
like ice spikes,
like the ice spikes
or ice
for your
cleats
ice cleats
that are elastic that wrap over your hiking shoes.
They're a really good idea. If you don't have those, I'm sure you can find some for cheap somewhere, especially around here. Or at least just make sure you have good hiking boots. Second, make sure you bring a hat and be prepared to be a little bit windburned like I am. It's really bright and the snow also reflects light, so be prepared for that. Maybe some like chapstick or something because it's still really dry up here and the wind also helps dry things out as well. 3, small car parking, small roads. They are just working with what they can with the roads, like between the rocks and up on the mountain, so be creative with your parking, or if you have a smaller vehicle, that might be a good idea.
So, I'm gonna add that this is a ski town. If you're from the West Coast, you're probably thinking like, duh, March, Big Bear. But for those of us that are from the other parts of the country, no clue. Everywhere else that we have lived, March is like spring, not snow. But anyway, amazing time. I think one lesson learned for us is that we normally we keep all of our hiking equipment in our house, our RV, and I'm probably gonna have to start throwing our hiking poles, and we do have those ice cleats as well. Just leaving them in a section in my toolbox, just because.
Yeah, just be more prepared no matter what. I mean, we're 2 hours away from the desert. We had no idea we'd be coming here. We rock, paper, scissors to decide we'd be here. So just always be prepared. So, well, we're going to try to figure out what else we can do for the day. And if not, we're going to head back home and enjoy the desert.
Well, the good news is we are only 3 minutes away from where we were just hiking, and since we're at a ski resort, there's the
Alpine slide!
I think it's called the Mineshaft Mountain Coaster. I think
It's something.
But we're gonna go. We're gonna be tourists. Why not? You know, that's what we are. So check it out. quick way to spend $70, but definitely fun.
So it was the two of us riding. We got the 2 videos and set of photos and stuff that we can use because we respected the rules and did not use our phones or GoPro. So,
But
it was fun.
it was fun. It was a lot faster than I thought.
Yeah.
Just stopped off to do a little bit of geocaching here in California. Dropped off Lizzie,
Our very first
first.
travel bug.
Dropped off another travel bug that we picked up in Texas, and we picked up. I want you to meet this guy. This guy's famous. We picked up a very famous individual from Finding Nemo named Bruce. Fish are friends, not food. Anyway, we're gonna get back to our dogs and enjoy the rest of the day.